story time and learning. Today we are talking about tally marks. Tally marks is a great way to count and to also collect data. So that's what we're doing today. Okay, so one tally mark equals one object. Okay, so remember that one tally mark is for one object. Okay, and usually with tally marks is set for like a group of 5. So this here will represent the number 5. So I'm going to show you all tally marks today. Okay, so remember this, that one tally mark equals 1, and when we have 4 individual tally marks like this and one slanted across, that equals 5. Okay. Alright, so today we're going to count these objects using tally marks. We're going to start with this side. This is the apples. So we're going to use tally marks to count the apples. Alright, so we see that there's 1, 2, 3 apples. So to do that, it'd be 1, 2, 3. So we know that we have 3 apples. So we have 3 apples. That's how you would count and use your tally marks, okay? So over here, it might be a little bit tricky. We have balls on the side, okay? So we're going to count them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And remember I told you all that the 5, you will have the one where the tally mark is slanted across. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 balls. And we have 3 apples. This is how you would do tally marks. Alright, now that we've done a little bit about the tally marks, Ray is going to go through and count each of these and tell us how many tally marks we have for each. So let's start with this one up here, Ray. How many do we have?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 5, 10.
Okay, yes, we know that this is a group of 5. Then we keep going. 6. We keep counting up. 6, 7. Very good. There you go. Okay, what is here? 1, 2. Okay, so up here we know
That's 5.
No, look, we have 2 sets of 5. So 5,
10.
Very good. We're going to count by 5s after this too. Okay, so we know that this is 5, 6, 7, 8. So you count up from 5, Raylan.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 5.
Count up.
6.
Very good. Alright, and that's how you can complete tally marks. Thank you, Raylan, for helping us out today.
Bye. I'll be watching my screen.
Okay, again, that is 1. 1 tally mark equals 1 object, alright? 1, 2, 3, 4, slant across. That equals 5. Okay, and when you're counting, I've noticed Raylan's had this issue too. When you're counting and you have an additional tally mark here, right? So you're going to go from 5, 6, 7, 8. You count up. You do not start over here, okay? So it's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8. So remember that. 5, 6, 7, 8. You keep counting up. Okay? Don't forget that. Keep counting up. You do not start over when you're trying to count your tally marks. That's just a good tip there. Okay, so a good way to probably teach the tally marks is how I had Raylan just go through and be able to count the different tally marks. You can do that on the worksheet, find different worksheets, or you can do that like on a sheet of paper for them, or you can have like a physical representation of tally marks using anything that you have. These are little strips of paper. So we'll know that this is 1 tally mark like we've been saying. And if we want to do 5, we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to have your 1 across like this. So it looks like that. And you can just kind of have them do that like this, so you'll know that that's 6, right? So you have 5, and then you'll have 6. You want to take all that away? So we know that this is 1, 2, 3. So it's a good way for them to be able to see the tally marks and things like that. All right, so we know that we have 1 car remote, little toy here. So we'll say 1. So we know how to write the number 1, and the tally mark is just like this. So we have the number 1. We have 1 tally mark. Okay, so today we're going to count all of these objects that I have, and we're going to put them down. I'm going to actually create a little chart, and we're going to tally them up, so this should be fun. So I created a chart here to tally up the things that we have here. So we know that we have, we know that we have one remote control. Here's a little toy remote control. So we know that one, and we know that one tally mark equals one object. So we'll put 1 here for the toy remote. Okay, so next we're going to do the pencils. So I have 1, 2, 3 pencils. So we have 3 pencils. Okay, so I will do 1, 2, 3 tally marks. Now we're going to do our glue sticks. We have 1, 2 glue sticks. 2 glue sticks, so we have it here. 1, 2. Okay, now we're going to do our paint bottles. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 paint bottles. And we all remember how we write our 5 tally marks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how you write that. You can ask different questions based on this chart, which is also a good activity to do with your child. You could say how many more paint bottles than glue sticks. You could say how many things that we have in all. So it's just a great activity to be able to do all of those things there with them. All right, since I said it, I might as well show it. So I said how many more. Usually when the question how many more, that's usually for subtraction. So like if I want to do how many more paint bottles than how many more paint bottles than glue sticks. So we know that glue sticks is 2. So we know that glue sticks is 2 and paint bottles was 5. So basically that's 5 minus 2, right? The best way for Raylan to do subtraction is using circle. And then we X out the ones we don't need. So that's 2. So then that's 3. So we know that there was 3 more paint bottles than glue sticks. So that's how you can kind of further develop this lesson even more. And to know how many objects in total, you would just go through and count. So if we want to add how many total objects, we know that 1 tally mark equals 1 object. So we're going to go through and count all of these tally marks to know how many objects there were. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And don't forget the slant, that makes 11. So we had 11 total objects. The great thing about tally marks for us is that it gives us another way to teach Rayla how to count by 5s. So I figured I'll put this little snippet in there about counting by 5s by using tally marks. So we're going to count by 5s to 100. You ready, Raylan? Yes? 5,
5,
10,
10,
15,
15,
20,
20,
25,
25,
30,
35,
40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. All right, so that's how you count by 5s. So that's it for our tally marks video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys on another video. Bye.